The Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters proudly presents Angler and Hunter Television. Brought to you by Canadian Tire, Burris Optics, Mercury Marine and Lund Boats, Yamaha ATVs, Browning Ammunition, Browning Firearms, Suffix Fishing Line, Rapala, Camillus Knives and Cuda Tools, Excalibur Crossbows, and Yukon Gear.
Competitive fishing is something that I aspired to do from a very young age. I can still recall summers as a kid, sitting on the end of the dock and watching a steady stream of bass boats idle by, all getting ready to blast off in hopes of cashing in on catching a limit of big bass. Fishing has long been a passion of mine, and through a career of guiding and competitive fishing, I've managed to turn it into a pretty decent living. Now, my days as a top-ranked tournament pro are way behind me, but I do still get the urge to compete, and luckily, so is my youngest daughter, August. August is just 11 years old, but over the past few years, she's managed to catch some pretty impressive fish, to the point where she often outfishes me.
You wrestled that thing all the way from out there in here.
So, with the opening of bass season in southern Ontario, we were invited to compete in a small tournament. Hi, Mom. Run by Vic Morris of ProWater Baits. The event was taking place at Beechwood Resort on Lower Buckhorn Lake, where the anglers convened for the rules orientation and introduction of the teams.
Wade Jacobs and Russell Jacobs. Team Funny Farm. The Young Guns. Eddie and Nelson. Ray Williams and Doug Taylor. Team Susan. Miller Time. Mike and August.
Afterwards, we got to spend a few hours enjoying the resort, including a swim in the pool and a hearty meal by the water.
This portion of Angler and Hunter Television brought to you by Minn Kota and Humminbird.
Hey everybody, I'm Vic Morris. We're up here in Buckhorn, Ontario on Lower Buckhorn Lake at the beautiful Beechwood Resort. We're here for the 2020 ProWater Baits Invitational Bass Challenge. We've got 13 teams, 26 anglers out on the water to rock it out today. Stick around, 4 o'clock's the weigh-in. We're going to see who we crown the ProWater Baits champion.
Although this is a small field of boats, the competition was stacked up with some very accomplished anglers, including past Ontario Classic champions, a multiple tournament-winning husband and wife team, and even a Stanley Cup champion turned fishing pro.
The highlights of this tournament are the Nooner Big Fish Award and the Small Fish Award at 4 p.m. But in the end, it's all about winning the ProWater Bait Challenge.
The morning was looking perfect, and just after sunrise we lined up for blastoff, which I'm sure will be one of August's favorite parts of the tournament.
Ready? Start your engines! Woo. Go! We're on the water today with an elite group of anglers for the ProWater Baits Challenge. Every angler has 6 packages of ProWater Baits, all the same color. The results are going to be interesting.
Okay, this is it. This is the spot. You're gonna catch one here, kiddo. Oh my, this is Bass Alley. So we're fishing around wood, rock, lily pads, and basically with August set up, she's got a spinning rod here. I got a nice heavy action spinning rod for her with braid on it, and she's going to be throwing soft stick baits, and it's a simple setup. She's going to have this little VMC wacky jig. It's got a weedless wire guard on it to make it weedless. It's 1/8 of an ounce, and simply just going to wacky rig a little soft stick bait on there. She's going to throw that around pads and rocks. There was no real pressure, and we were going to take what the lake would offer. That's a nice tree in the water there. It could be bass on the edges. Makes perfect sense, right? The plan was to fish shallow back bays, casting swim baits, flipping jigs, and sight fishing with stick bait. Oh, I got one, August. Get the net. Oh, it's too small, the net. It's not that bad, is it? So now in the tournament...
Ooh, it's really cut.
Whoa. Huh?
His lip must have been caught before.
No, it's because I set the hook like the Bionic Man. Go put him in the live well. No, take him in your hand.
Oh, okay.
He's little. Hold him tight in one hand. Yep, tight. Get down in there. Okay, hustle to the back and open the box and put him in.
Yep.
There you go. So, I just caught the first fish of the day. We're only using basically 3 different baits today. The tournament is unique because each angler got the same amount of product and all the exact same product. So we're all going to be throwing a swim bait. We got white and gold today, and we got jig trailers for flipping jigs, and we got the snip it and rip it paddle tail worm, which I've snipped to make them all a soft bodied stick bait. I'm going to go through some Vmc hooks with you after, but let me see if I can catch some fish first. So the first hook I'm using is just a Vmc Swimbait hook with a little corkscrew hitchhiker on it. See that little hitchhiker? And that just twists right into the nose. See that? You twist it into the nose of the swim bait. Just like that. And these swim baits have a little groove in the top. Right there. It's actually the bottom. I rig them upside down. So the hook's recessed in it and it can come out. Then you just line it up, center it, run it through and out the groove. And now I got myself a VMC hooked swim bait ready to go through the pads.
This portion of Angler and Hunter Television brought to you by Yamaha ATVs.
You got him? Pull, pull, pull. Is it big? Oh, look at the side of it. Pull it out of them weeds. Keep your rod tip in the air. I'll get the net. August was on point and performing early. She hooked quite a few decent bass. That a girl. Don't let it get off. Including one bigger fish that we desperately needed to fill a limit. Turn that handle and pull. Oh, it's fat. Look at the size of it. We're going to cull with this fish. Come on. Get him up. Bring him towards me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Up, 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 up. Lift the rod in the air. Holy. Bring it here. This way. This way. This way. Got him. He jumped right in. Oh my. Look at that, August. It's going to be one of our bigger fish today, I bet you. Might need the pliers for this one. There. How cool was that? Look at that. Good one. Put him in the box. This was a unique format for a bass tournament. Nice one. Yeah, I'll open it. Every team had to use the same lures and was only given a limited amount to use. So there was definitely going to be some strategy involved.
We're running swim baits. We're using this Vmc. It's a Swimbait hook, and it's got a little bit of weight at the back, and it's got a corkscrew keeper on it. And then for the wacky rigged worms, we're just going to use a 1/8 ounce weedless wacky head. For any fish we see sight fishing, maybe smallmouth, August is pretty efficient with that. And then we're going to throw, that's the swim bait setup, that's what it looks like. And then the last thing is a chunk trailer. Chunk trailer is just that right there. Looks like crayfish claws. And I throw a 3/8 ounce black flipping jig, a 4/0 hook, and I simply just poke it through there. And then you flip that to docks, lily pads, overhanging slop and stuff like that, trees, 65-pound Suffolk braid, and that's it.
When fishing shallow heavy cover, a stout heavy action flipping stick is a must. Now don't skip when you're buying a flipping stick. A lightweight and well-balanced rod will help you from getting fatigued and let you be on point when a big one does take the jig. Luckily, my strategy for just about every tournament I've ever fished is to flip a jig and chunk to any visible structure the shallows have to offer. Shallow slop mats are notorious for kicking out some of the biggest fish.
That's the biggest one yet. Maybe.
Look who we've caught up to. Team number 9, Miller time. Mike Miller fishing with his daughter August. That's got Father of the Year written all over it. 28 years fishing, he is the host of Angler and Hunter TV. 26 tournament wins. Do you want to show us your fish, August? Look at that. August Miller is out fishing her dad. August, you got the biggest fish on board, eh?
Drop them in gently. Good girl.
Nice. Yeah, I had one spot, man. They were lighting up on that swim bait about 8:30, just down there in the corner. Got all our fish in one little stretch. The day couldn't have been more perfect.
Well, good luck, and maybe we'll catch up with you a little later today and see how you're making out.
August took several breaks to soak up the sun, have a snack, and organize her tackle.
Yep, rolling.
But when I called for the net,
Okay, August, you gotta net this fish.
she was up and ready to make sure the fish came in the boat.
Get him, get him, get him.
Got it.
Oh, beautiful. Bring him up here. That's a good one. Made the cutest.
Almost got him in the eye.
I think we're gonna call.
Okay. I'll open it while
Let's see, who's bigger?
That guy.
So here we go. We just upgraded. Nice call, kiddo. That one's going back in the lake. Give me 5. No more little ones left.
You can see some pretty cool stuff when you're fishing in the protected back bays of Ontario lakes. Snapping turtles.
Oh, he's going. Watch, August, he's going in.
And loons are common.
Yeah, I'm in the right spot. The loons are here.
But to find a chipmunk
Look at him.
swimming for its life
August, look.
was a first for me.
It's a chipmunk.
Chipmunks can swim?
That's what, so now you see why we use topwater baits for bass. Film them with the phone. Want to save them? We'll put him in the net.
Yeah.
Where is he? Oh, he's up on the back of the motor. He's on the Merc. Is he still sitting there? We got a chipmunk resting on our boat.
Chipmunk.
We got to get him to shore somehow. You got to get out of there. It's dangerous if I trim. Okay, we've got a tree stump here, some land. I'm going to try and net the chippy, all right? Come on out, chipmunk. What's he doing?
Just sitting there.
Well, I can't have him in there. I'm gonna net him. I got him.
Yeah.
Watch out, I'm gonna show the camera. Look out, he's gonna jump on you. Chipmunk. Okay. Go to safety.
He's like, that's where I came from.
Get out of the net. There. Okay. Dry off in the sun. Keep an eye on him. There, he's gonna warm up in the sun now. That's funny. We just did our good deed for the tournament. Maybe we'll win now. I'm exhausted from hunting chipmunks on the boat.
The Fishing Edge is brought to you by Minn Kota and Humminbird.
To get the edge over the bass, we ran a Mercury Pro XS powered Lund 1875 Pro V bass. We snuck into the shallowest water we could using Minn Kota's Ultrex and locked onto the spots with the Talon shallow water anchors. Vmc Swimbait Hooks and weedless wacky hooks were key in picking up the finicky bass. 13 fishing rods and reels spooled with Suffix braid and fluorocarbon leaders made for effortless casting all day. And of course, Kuda tools and a Lucky Strike net made sure all the fish came in the boat and were unhooked with care.
Got one. Reel it in. Pull it out of them weeds. Come on. Lift.
Are you sure that's snake?
Oh. You had him stuck in the weeds. It's a keeper.
Okay.
Put him in the box. Get a good lip grip. Go. Nice one.
Although we were in a competition, I wanted to make sure August and I had a good time and enjoyed the experience.
So what do you think of tournament fishing?
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ate all the snacks. Drank all the drinks. But we're looking forward to it. I mean, it was a unique tournament because everybody that was in it had to use the same baits. But you know, I was looking for a deep bite. We tried to find it in practice. It was just so rough, and we found lots of shallow fish, but the bite was pretty good today. We thought we probably caught 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Called a lot of fish.
3, I think.
Had a nice smallie, had another nice smallie follow us to the boat. And all in all, it was a fun day. So we're gonna just mess out around here for about 10 more minutes, then go to the lodge and have the weigh-in. You excited for the weigh-in?
Yeah, because there's actually going to be people there.
Oh yeah, you're sick of me?
No, but it's going to actually have a crowd.
Ooh. So what was your favorite thing about the tournament? The blast off?
Yeah.
We were fastest.
Yes, we won.
So I think you want to pack it in and go hang out in front of the dock?
Yeah.
You're not going to catch a 5-pounder out here in the middle of the lake on a weed line? All right, I'm going to make one more dunk. And then we'll just putt our way over, okay?
After a long day running the Minn Kota and missing a few big bites, August and I were headed back to weigh in to see how we stacked up in our first ever father-daughter bass tournament. So far, so good. Our limit of 2.5 pounders is holding up.
That concludes the 2020 ProWater Baits Invitational Challenge. We'll tally up the weights and see who's the victor.
With all the teams having a tough day on the water, it proved to be a very close finish. And congrats to the winning team of Joe Ford and Brian Bickle. I'm sure we'll see you next year. And August will be gunning for a first place finish.
Oh, okay, so you got an ice cream?
Yeah.
I went in the store and bought you a prize at Beechwood Resort here. And you're content. Oh, to be a kid, eh?
I don't know what content means.
Well, it means you're happy eating your ice cream and sitting here in the sun. So we just wrapped up the ProWater Baits tournament, August's first tournament, and one of the first tournaments I've done this year. Probably might be the only one I do this year, unless you want to.
Yeah.
You want to do more?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. We wound up in 4th place with 11.79 pounds, and we missed a couple fish that could have made a difference, but 14 pounds won it, and that just goes to show you. I'm almost 50, and she's pushing 11. and we competed in a bass tournament and did good against some real pros.